What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm joining you live from the CEO's Sleepout. Because of COVID, we have either got to do the Sleepout in a backyard, in my case, the balcony, on your couch, or in the car. So here I am on the balcony. This is where I'm going to be sleeping tonight. So we can't have any luxuries. Just on a bit of cardboard for the night to raise some money for the homeless. I've been doing this for the last 5 years. I skipped 1 year, so I've done it 4 years. And the thing that shocks me is that every year the number of children under the age of 12 that are sleeping on the streets during winter in Australia is increased, and it's increasing quite fast. It's now over 17,000 kids who don't have a permanent home during winter in Australia. And when I started, I think it was more like 12,000. So despite the millions of dollars we're raising each year, this is still a big growing problem. So we need to do what we can to mitigate that. The good news is I'm now in Perth, so it's not as cold as Melbourne. Still a bit chilly. I would like to make some thank yous to the people that have donated. First and foremost, Mum, Michelle, Bibby, thank you very much for your donation. Always a strong supporter. Melissa Garrett, appreciate the last minute donation there. Very kind of you. Anonymous, who I know is Matthew Telling. I'd like to give a shout out to Maddie. Thank you. Paul Dunn, thank you. Gareth Davies, good on you. Such generous souls. These guys, support me year after year. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Hey, Bonnie, thanks for joining in. By the way, you can still make donations up until, I think it's midnight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link down the bottom of the screen here. Let's just do this. There we go. It should be showing up for you now. Lisa Tay, thank you very much. Guest on LinkedIn Heroes. Jody O'Brien, who's been a client before. Thank you so much. Marshall Rushford, appreciate the donation, mate. Another anonymous, I think this is Gemma Goodchild, who works with us at Bibby Consulting Group. Gemma, yeah, always the most generous souls that don't put their name down. Jonathan Tanner from the Social Media College, thanks for the support, always very supportive. Devesh Kumar, thank you so much, very kind of you. Laurie Stewart, an early donator. Bethan Wynn, appreciate it. Ramsey Malas from Canada, actually. Thanks for the donation. We've got another page here. Sarah Sheehan, the big spender. So I think Sarah, when she made the donation, she put in a 0 on the end by accident, and then made the donation, so I had to stick with it. Madhu Chowdhury, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Thank you so much. It's very generous of you. Have I covered everyone? I feel like we probably had some more last minute donations. Oh, Levi likes my jumper. Thank you. All right, let's refresh. Let's see if we've got any more donations. We've just surpassed the goal. Okay, the goal was 1,500. We've raised 1,884 so far. So, going to update this one. 1,884. Smashed the target in the final hour. Very happy with that. I'm going to be spending from now until when I go to sleep, rounding up more donations. If you haven't donated yet, you'll be getting phone calls and texts from me, no doubt. We can all spare something to help the homeless. Like a lot of us, don't have to be rich to be generous. Every little bit counts. It really does help. And I will be paying for lunch or coffee or beer next time we catch up, because I do appreciate it. it was 9 years ago when I got the eviction notice on my front door, and I'd lost my job, and I was in a situation where I was only a few days away from being homeless. So I really was in that circumstance. And so I feel like I know how easy it could happen to most of us, not any of us, but most of us. Given employment situations change, it doesn't take long before, you can't keep paying the bills. And so, like, I was fortunate, like, I started my business, but I had lunch with somebody on Chapel Street not long thereafter. He came up to me and said, "Oh, can I have some money?" I said, "What do you want money for?" And he said, "Oh, I'm hungry." So I said, "Well, why don't you come have lunch with me?" And so we had a chat, and he had a big house, children, lost it all, been on the streets for a couple of years. Somebody that you would never expect to end up there. So it is a big problem. It's crazy to me that in Australia, it is still a problem with the amount of resources that we have and the amount of education. And I contributed a lot to, when I lived in Thailand, to the orphans over there and so on. But I was actually quite shocked to see that 17,000 kids sleeping on the street in Australia. Vinnies are a very good outfit. They help with transitions into the workforce. And so I'm like quite a big believer in that particular charity. If you're worried about, whether or not Vinnies is the right place to put your money. You might have a bit of a trek to the UK, Paul Hodgin. Yeah, well, if you donate to the CEO Sleepout, you'll be welcome with open arms when you come to the sunny continent of Australia. So who's going to top us over 2,000? We have got 1,884. I'm just going to refresh. Oh, 1,941, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like I'm an auctioneer. Legend, 1,941. Boom, not far to go to the 2,000 mark. I'd love to see us get over 2,000. Who was the last person to donate? Let's have a look. They leave their name. Who was it? If you're watching, drop in comments if it was you. Why I can't see it popping up? Paul, you're the man. Paul Hodgin is a legend, ladies and gentlemen, not even in Australia and topping us towards the 2,000 mark. Let's have a look. 1,941, and it's only 8:20 p.m. I feel like we've still got another 3 hours. I'm going to be hitting up some of the people that I know that aren't short of a few bob. Who have I got messages from here? Okay, I'm calling out a few people. I've texted James Mawini. I would like to see a donation from him. Shil Shangabi, would be good to see a donation from you if you're watching. And I'm thinking who else would be local in Perth. In fact, I'll do that too. I've added more for you. You're at Paul Hodgins on fire. Mate, thank you so much. Very generous of you. Mate, if there's anything that I can ever do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out. I am very appreciative of topping us over 2,000. Time to update the whiteboard. I think since we're over 2,000, we should get my son out here to say hello. Okay, 2003. Okay, so who's going to get us to 2,100? I'm going to be right back. Don't worry, I did not cheat. I did not go into a home. I just got my homeless buddy here to say hello. Let's have a look at that. Thanks very much, Paul. I hope that the LinkedIn comments are coming through here. Might have to check them out on my phone. I want to see what guys are saying on LinkedIn. LinkedIn introduced stories today, I think it was, which was a huge positive sign based on what happened on Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram. I think we should see engagement increase by 3 times over the next 6 months. It's going to be a massive game changer for LinkedIn. Let's have a look, see what comments are coming through on the old LinkedIn. Live video is still playing up. Doesn't always feed through the comments. Let's have a look. Najma Khan, I can't pronounce that probably. It's funny, the comments aren't showing up here either. Okay, guys, if we could get to 2,200, I will give Marshall a big dog treat. Big dog treat to Marshall. And he hasn't eaten anything all day. See, we can double dip. 2 donations is totally fine. 2003, that's pretty good. Let's have a look where that sits us in Perth in terms of the other people that have donated. Wasn't that long ago I was ranked 22nd in WA. So what does that mean? Raised 25. Doesn't say where I'm ranked, but just to give you an idea, in 2016 I raised 1,750. 2017 was the biggest year, 2,235. So that's the number to beat. And then 2018 only 495. Not sure what happened there, but 2020 we're not far off 2017. Paul Hodgson, your name's showing up now. Thank you so much. Atching Aringo, hey, welcome to the live. Hope you're doing well. Come on, guys, we need to get some more traction. Maybe I'll just hop on Instagram. Maybe that'll help. Hey guys, hey Instagram, we're here live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. And we have just got up to $2,003 for my Sleepout. There's my bed there. And we're looking for somebody to get it over the record I got 2 or 3 years ago, which was 2,200 or so. So let me know if you are the person to knock us over the record, support the homeless, and help Marshall get a treat. Cheers. There we go. It's going up on Instagram. I feel like there's a lot of social media sites these days. All right, let's refresh. I bet somebody's jumped on. No one's jumped on. Okay, well, we've got another 3 hours or so. So I'm going to give it a bit of a pause button, and I may jump on a bit later and see how we're tracking. Thanks for tuning in, and big shout out to Paul Hodgson. You're a legend, mate. Appreciate your generosity. Thank you for your support. All the names I mentioned, we'll touch base with you again a little bit later, maybe a bit late for the people on the East Coast of Australia, but international audience, it's fine.